Hello and welcome to an all-new Marvel Cast Explosionomics hub of all things Marvel, a place to talk about everything MCU and beyond, from Avengers and Defenders to Deathbird and the Sentry. I'm actually probably your Omega level host, and joining me today is Ultimate Ciaran Marchant.
Hi, it is I, because, but imagine, maybe we should add more of me, because people really like me on this podcast, so let's just make it even more and stuff it down your throats.
I get the reference. Also joining us, the astonishing White.
Did you say Death Man?
Deathbird.
Deathbird. Who's Deathbird?
I think that's the code name for Leandra.
You better be backing up and ready to give facts.
Well, she's Leandra. No, she's the sister of Leandra, the head of the whatchamacallits, the massive empire. I can't remember what they're called. The Shia Empire. She's the sister of the Empress of the Shia Empire.
Okay.
But the relevance is she at one point was a horseman of the Apocalypse.
Okay.
Yes,
I was about to say, it
time.
does sound like a very horseman apocalypse name. So yeah, good.
Yes.
Cool.
So today we're talking about X-Men Apocalypse. Very exciting. Oscar Isaac, everybody. His first comic book role. He loves being a comic book character in Egypt. All right. Before we get started, please be aware we'll be freely discussing anything and everything about plot themes in the movie. So if you haven't watched it, come back later. Of course, it is streaming on Disney+. With that said, let's jump into X-Men Apocalypse.
Doesn't it ever wake you up in the middle of the night? The feeling that someday they'll come for you and your children.
I feel a great swirl of pity for the poor soul that comes to my school looking for trouble.
Some believe that the first mutant was born thousands of years ago. He was some kind of god, and he's going to rise again.
You are all my children, and you're lost because you follow blind leaders. No more false gods. I'm here now.
He always had 4 followers.
Like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Together, we will cleanse the earth to the strongest.
We'll take everything from them.
Released May 9th, 2016. Directed by Bryan Singer. Screenplay by Simon Kinberg. Story by Bryan Singer, Simon Kinberg, Michael Dougherty, and Dan Harris, based on X-Men by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Starring James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, Oscar Isaac, Nicholas Hoult, Rose Byrne, Ty Sheridan, Sophie Turner, Olivia Munn, and Lucas Till. In the 1980s, the X-Men must defeat an ancient, all-powerful mutant, Fassbender,
Nope. But go on.
who intends to thrive through bringing destruction to the world. Did either of you see this in cinemas?
Yep.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I did as well. Actually, fun fact. Today, I got a notification. It's been 8 years since I saw this movie.
Was that a Facebook memory or?
Yeah, Facebook memory.
Did you post a ticket stub?
Yep.
Of course you did. There you
Yeah, for moments like these. Dylan, what did you think of X-Men Apocalypse?
Shit then, shit now. Travel so high, you can only, you know what they say, when you go up, you can only come down, you know? So last week, Days of Future Past, good shit. They were like, let's do another one. And I'm pretty sure, banging out in like 12 months, I feel like. Something like that. They banged this shit out pretty fast to ride off the success of that
2 years later?
Pretty fast for a comic book movie. When you count post and everything, you know what I mean? And you get what you put your time into. And what we've got here is a terribly boring, bland villain with an overstuffed cast, uninteresting people all over the place, being carried by James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. Although Olivia Munn's pretty good, and I wish she'd come back. I think she actually doesn't get a chance to do much in this movie, but she looks pretty badass as Psylocke, so points for that. Rest of it, I don't give a fuck about. What a waste of Oscar Isaac. They just put all this paint and shit on him, and then do a bunch of 20 million different voices on top of his. Like, just fucking weird. How weird. Weird movie.
Ciaran.
I like this movie. I do feel like, and I guess back to my comments for the introduction, like I feel like this movie tries to take all the stuff that people really liked about the last movie and do it over the top to a point where it's not so much overdone, but they just don't do it well. Like I feel like people loved how many different X-Men and different people were included in Days of Future Past, so they're like, fuck yeah, we're going to include even more in this one. We're going to include lots and lots of introduce new people in this one. And I don't think it quite pans out. Like I remember that when watching this in the movie, I was so excited in the cinemas. I was so excited to see Jubilee in a movie, because Jubilee is one of my favorite X-Men from the cartoons growing up. So I was like, holy fuck, they did Jubilee and they're doing it,
She's in a
what
car
seems
and in the
properly.
background a couple times.
Yeah, she's there, she's around, she goes to watch Return of the Jedi. Like it's yeah, I think it's great. Fuck, I still hate fucking Cyclops, even as a kid. Like, you fucking suck, you dickhead.
My favorite thing about him in this film is the atrocious muscle suit that actor has on, which, I get it, man. Like, I would have to wear a muscle suit as well, but bro,
But the thing is, you're not paid to do, like, I don't know, maybe for
It's the
teen-
most
Why do you need a
obvious.
muscle suit? He's
well,
a
I guess
kid.
'cause
Yeah.
apparently superheroes have to be muscular, but it is the most over the top obvious muscle suit I've ever seen in any movie ever, because it is like, it looks like he's wearing a fucking NRL F whatever body like armor thing under. It's ridiculous.
But I do think, like, fuck, they shit the bed with Apocalypse so badly. Like, so badly. I don't know, whoever told Oscar Isaac to do the voice and the presentation that he did.
Well, no, it's not his voice is the thing. So he speaks, but they add like multiple different people on top. Like,
Well,
layers
even
on
like,
top.
I don't know, I hate this softly spoken kind of bullshit that's going on. With
Would you want me to tell you
Apocalypse.
who told him to do that?
Who?
The director, Bryan Singer.
Yeah, I know. It's such a like my reference point for Apocalypse is like, Apocalypse is almost
I
like,
heard he likes boys with little voices, so
Oh.
like it's like, for me, like, Apocalypse is like Thanos level, but for the X-Men, and he's supposed to be commanding. He's supposed to be a presence, and he just fucking isn't throughout this entire movie. And even on top of it, and then I was like, you know what though? The four horsemen, they get
at the start or the new ones.
The new ones, like getting
Magneto,
Storm,
Psylocke, Angel.
yeah, getting
Who was the other
Angel.
person?
Holy fuck, this
Storm.
version of Angel's actually really good. I really like this version of Angel. I was like, yes, I would
Has
like
a reason
more
to be
of
in the
this.
movie.
Yeah.
Just randomly shows up.
Yeah,
Just
like,
to
has a
fly in
reason
and break
for
some
being in this
windows.
movie. He does really well. He gets the metal fucking wings, and the metal fucking wings are dope as shit. Because it's like, holy fuck, you as a character now have like, you're now like, your powers are now really cool, and it's really funny. Minor anecdote, like, in My Hero Academia, there's a character called Hawks that it pretty much has Angel's wings. Like, he's just Angel's wings, but it's done just so much fucking better because he can use the feathers as fucking swords and like throw feathers at people, and his feathers can catch
Yeah, okay.
things.
We've established that a guy just
Sorry.
with basic bird wings is not very interesting.
Basic bird wing, but there is a way to make it more interesting.
Yeah, by changing it completely.
No,
Get
yeah,
rid of the
but
bird
in this
part,
movie,
making it
like, it is
cyborg.
It's no, Angel's really cool in this movie. I really love the use of a younger Storm and having her start out in this timeline as one of the Horsemen. I think that's a really cool fucking way to do it for her, especially as, I don't want to be not in the most offensive way, but like, she's been trapped in the Halle Berry jail for like the whole time of her run on movies. So it was nice to see another take on the character. I I just think this movie just tries. I don't want to say tries too hard, but it has too much. And I'm not a fan of the Quicksilver moments in this movie as I was as much in the last movie, because I feel like a
The
lot of them
funniest
are
part
like,
of it is just the dog part. I'll give that points.
yeah, like it's just. It feels like they're trying really hard to recatch lightning in a bottle again. It's almost the same feeling as I had watching Thor: Love and Thunder, where I'm like, "Oh, you guys are just trying to recreate the feeling I had during watching Ragnarok, and you're not."
Do you see that Chris Hemsworth in the interview said that he agreed that they overdid it, and I just want to say I was right.
You were right. Yeah,
that movie is bad.
Yeah,
and
I think we agreed.
No, Ash never agreed.
Ash didn't agree. Like this, I agreed with you.
I can't remember.
They spent too much of that movie trying to be funny and not trying to make a good movie.
I think there are good elements to the movie, but anyway, that's speaking of movies with good elements, I think there are good elements. It is James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, and arguably Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, anything involving the bad guy is bad. Anything revolving any of the main characters that we've been following along with is interesting.
How about the new ones?
I mean, they're a mixed bag.
Cyclops and
Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's fantastic. I love
probably Nightcrawler's the best of the three. So yeah,
yeah. I don't know. I was fine with how they introduced. I mean, this is what the third time they've introduced Scott's origin story.
Yep.
In this franchise.
Yep.
You know, he was saved by
Wolverine
in X-Men Origin. Well, I guess the second time.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, he's fine. You know, I mean, he plays I mean, I guess it's a little bit against type because you know he's not playing the Boy Scout like good guy straight away. You know, he's kind of a delinquent, I guess. Cyclops at the start.
My dude goes over and does Ready Player One after this. Like, I know he's a nerd. Don't try and trick him.
Yeah, and you know the relationship's kind of like quickly put together, like very fast. You know. But yeah,
rose tinted glasses.
It's
Grey.
Yeah.
So rose tinted because it's red, and he only sees red.
Yeah, because he's got rose quartz glasses. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, she's fine as well, but you know, it's like early days. You know, it's kind of how do you play like this kid with like next level powers? You know, I don't think Sophie Turner does a fantastic job, but that I don't know if that's the script or her acting.
I can tell you what, my rewatching this, all it was making me think is how I actually. So I never watched. This was the last X-Men movie I watched in cinemas, other than Logan. But I never watched New Mutants. I never watched Dark Phoenix. Like this movie, it's so funny. Like just thinking how much I enjoyed Days of Future Past, and I watched this, and my brain went, "You know what?
This
Fuck it,
franchise
I'm out.
is dead."
I'm done.
No, but I enjoyed Xavier in this movie, which is again another. This is closer to the version that Patrick Stewart plays, I guess, of being like super optimistic and wanting to be a teacher, and has his vision of like mutants and humans going to a college together. That's what he wants to build the school around. That's really interesting. I think because it's like 10 years or something like after the events of Days of Future Past, they said it is like something like that. So there's a fair jump forward in time or whatever. So like a lot of time has passed. Obviously you've got Magneto, who's like had a family and is like trying to live a normal life in the middle of nowhere, only to get the same story of tragedy strike him again. I don't know.
So the most interesting element of the movie is him attempting to live a normal life, and then I actually really liked all the scenes with him up until the family dies, and then he just becomes just such a boring part of the film after that. Like,
I'm going to say it. I don't know if just a wooden arrow would go through two people.
Why not?
No, I don't think it has enough force.
But you're forgetting that he's forcing the end through.
Who?
Oh, you mean the when they shot? Okay, right. No,
when they shot the arrow by accident.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Who got it first? The little girl or her?
Yeah, the little girl.
Yeah, that's because she's so small. Like, goes through her
Yes.
body. There's nothing. Like, I don't think an arrow.
I don't know
would
if
go
the
through
fist. Yeah, I don't think the
I
physics.
don't think two normal
adds up,
sized
but-
people it would go through. But when you're a little girl, there's nothing other.
No, yeah. No, but I totally believe that Magneto would fuck all these people up with a one tiny little
Doesn't
locket.
say what. I thought you meant the one coin thing or whatever. I was
The
like,
one locket that, is the one
One
heirloom
locket,
he's
yeah.
got from his family. He
Yeah.
murders 20 Polish people with.
Fuck.
I mean, this movie has some interesting imagery. He goes and like rips up Auschwitz. Goes back to the place that, is like a pivotal point in the origin point of the movies, really, of the franchise. And tears it all to the ground. So yeah, that's really interesting. I think it's interesting. Mystique is interesting in this movie just because she is. I guess this movie they're trying to make her. Well, this was a face turn in this movie for sure. Making her a
she's
good guy,
leader of
making
the X-Men.
yeah. It's weird that the idea that she became this symbol of good after saving the president or whatever. In Days of Future Past.
Everyone has posters of her up.
I think it's also worked for her because then she'd have to wear the Mystique suit for so much this movie. That's probably the main reason.
Wasn't this movie or last movie they worked out how to do Mystique easier?
I think
Like,
it's the
was
next
just
movie.
like
And it's the way they made it easier is to make it look terrible.
well, it was like they put her in a
Yeah.
bodysuit and then did makeup for her.
Yeah, I
face,
think they
right?
probably made it
Yeah.
a little bit quicker the last movie. But
Yeah.
Art is pain,
the other interesting element to this movie is there a lot more romantic tension. Obviously, you bring back Moira McTaggart from the First Class,
Mhm.
which is a weird thing with Charles.
Once again, feels like it's that similar situation I had last movie with Charles walking. Is like, oh, so we're like kind of semi undoing something that was kind of an interesting and good choice from First Class, but kind of semi undoing it here now. Okay,
I
sure.
wiped your memory. How romantic's that? Anyway.
Yeah.
I wiped your memory. You've gone on and had a child with a man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go take you into all these
Yep.
dangerous situations, and then give you your memory back right at the end of the movie.
Mhm.
Super
Real
romantic.
romance. Yeah.
But then there's also like romantic tension between Beast and Mystique, which was never addressed or touched on really in the last movie.
No, they started with this one. I don't think it was in the last
No,
one.
well,
Although
there's
I guess it was
always been-
hinted at.
There was
hinted
always
at,
been
But this is the most.
Well, in
obvious.
First Class, like they had like romantic stuff.
yeah,
And then they
First
didn't
Class.
do anything in Days of Future Past.
but that's because Beast was.
But
very
I think
minimal
before it
in
was just him feeling for her. I feel like this is the first movie where because she's got the face turn that they can actually talk to each other properly. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. But pretty much everything with Apocalypse is pretty atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the opening is like way over the top. Like, how long were they falling? How long was that hole underneath the pyramid?
That's a big hole.
It's
Big
a
fucking hole.
hole. It's a big hole.
Big hole.
Although my only other positive is there's a lot of comics accurate designs in this movie.
Yeah,
Jubilee looks like
100%.
Jubilee. Sure, she's not in any part of the movie, but she looks like Jubilee. Psylocke looks like Psylocke. Storm gets the cool mohawk hair, which looks cool. It actually looks cool in person, in real life. Yeah, they did Archangel good and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, the idea that the climax of the movie is Apocalypse wants to. Well, the whole idea is Apocalypse wants to tear the entire world down. And then just lead whoever survives. And really, he's just relying on Magneto doing shit.
Yep.
He also wants to take Charles's body so he can have his powers, and that's why Charles doesn't have any hair. That's the real origin. That's the real point of this movie.
Fine.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how he lost his hair in the original timeline as well. We don't know.
Doubt it.
Don't think so.
I reckon he just went bald. Don't feel like it needed a big origin story. I reckon he just got old and got bald, man. Like, shit happens.
How do you feel about Quicksilver like being Magneto's son and like kind of never fully saying it?
I love it when it's one of the things that's frustrating about Quicksilver and Wanda in the MCU timeline because there is so much interesting kind of pathways and potential with having Magneto as their father. So to have him kind of have Quicksilver in this movie and to be related, and for Quicksilver to be seemingly to be quite aware that Magneto's his dad, is interesting. It does question, like, okay, in this situation though, I do need to know how that ended up happening. You know, how did Magneto end up in a situation with his mother? Like, what's the go?
Well, there was a bar,
happened?
and there was a hot lady, and
he was
Magneto-
hunting Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
And-
But Magneto doesn't seem to. You know, like not so much.
It was a moment of weakness, Ciaran.
But it doesn't seem like, I don't know.
He got the.
It doesn't seem like I don't know. Like, I don't.
Maybe it was a
Especially 'cause
roofie
she's
situation.
human, right? Like, she's human as far as
I'm
we
telling
know.
you, he wears a helmet for his head, but not for his cock.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, I was sitting right there.
I mean, sure. I think it's also interesting that this movie ends with just the straight up murder of a mutant. I don't think they've like. Well, I guess they did kill a few people in previous movies, but the solution to the movie is
Kill Apocalypse?
let's just kill Apocalypse.
I mean,
Sorry, I just want to go back. In like the second one of like these X-Men movies, a lady was filled with adamantium.
that's fair. You got me there. You got me there. They do murder a lot of people,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel like the climax of the movie. I don't
that's
know.
the big game changer, is it? The fact that it happened right at the
Yeah,
end.
I guess.
The last person on screen died.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think the other thing about this movie is it also feels like a finale in certain points.
We can only hope.
Well,
Because they are
isn't it-
constantly doing flashbacks at certain points. There's a lot of callbacks to different moments from the past.
Wasn't it very unsure what was happening with the X-Men, and they're like, this could be the last hurrah for this cast?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, this could be
Well,
it for
yeah.
this cast. They didn't know that we have to watch Dark Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it, and there's a reason I haven't seen it. It's because I already know they were going to fucking fall flat on its face.
Yeah. But I will say that last line
Like how
between
it took-
Xavier
so
and...
it's just taking Kieran however many movies we've watched
You just
on
realised.
an X-Men rewatch to go, oh, we have to watch Dark Phoenix.
No, it's just, I don't know why. Mentally in my brain, I was just like,
You
we
blacked
get
it
to
out. You
watch-
forgot the word.
no. It like, I was like, next we get to
X-Men's
watch-
not in the title. We don't have to watch it.
I get to watch Logan next, and then I get to watch
I hate to
Deadpool.
spoil it,
or
but-
No, it's not even.
No.
That's not even the order.
Logan's like the last one in our rewatch, I believe. We're ending
yeah,
on a
well,
high.
Fuck.
I think, right? Aren't we?
Oh man.
Yeah, before Deadpool
Yeah.
and Wolverine.
Oh, we
Assuming that's
watched
good.
Deadpool. Do we watch Deadpool 1 and 2 before Logan?
Yeah,
Mm.
those happened
Oh.
chronologically before that.
Oh.
Believe it or
Logan's
not.
like said at the end of the
Oh.
timeline.
Yeah, makes sense. It's
Yeah.
timing.
It is timing, but anyway, wrong podcast. That's officially
Yeah.
discussed. So this is
Yeah.
on the podcast.
As I was about to say, the line at the end of the movie where Charles goes,
There's a line.
No,
at the-
Eric. Yeah, no. Eric. Eric goes. Are you ever scared that what if they ever come to your school? Echoing the second movie.
Yeah.
Where he just I pity whoever chooses to come to my
I
school
pity the
for
fool.
violence.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I thought it was really cool. It hit me and like, oh, this movie's that's not that bad. And then I just remember the rest of the movie. But yeah, X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah. What's most marvelous moment?
Yeah.
I was asking you.
Oh, you want me to go
no,
first?
I was asking you.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Taking
I
over.
was kicking it back.
Oh
Just a
fuck! I
natural
completely
pace.
forgot that we got another massive moment we need to talk about. I don't know. Fuck. Maybe it is Eric like losing his shit.
Sucks when people ask you that question,
Him
doesn't it?
murder- when he takes out. Maybe it's him
This is
losing everything.
actually-
That is the most marvelous movement of the movie. You know, him losing his shit, and then him going to murder a bunch of people in a Polish metal workshop. I think, yeah. Eric living a normal life is the most interesting part of this movie.
Yeah,
and it being taken away. Ciaran, what's the most marvelous moment of the movie?
No, it's fucking Angel with metal fucking wings. Let's fucking go. I don't know. They just drew the character so fucking well, and it's so funny. I want to use the word metal. Like it is so it's so fucking hardcore and sick.
Yeah, I enjoy this version of Angel. I've enjoyed like him in the street fight or the cage fight.
Him in the cage
him
fight.
with like with the talons on the ends of the wings or part of the wings, like looking like he did actually mess up. He could actually fight with bird wings.
I will say, minor point. I can't fucking stand the costume design for Nightcrawler in this one. Fuck, I hate his hair. His emo ass fucking hair is horrible.
Totally 80s.
It's so
it's
bad.
It's just German.
He's for the fall of the
it's
wall,
kind of
man. Like,
yeah. Dylan, what's the most marvelous moment of the movie?
Credits.
I don't think those were actually... I think these might be the worst opening... You know how every movie they've got like a CGI thing where they travel
through time and stuff in this one?
Yeah, this wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta get...
No, Psylocke fight at the end. I like Psylocke as a character. So, and as I said, I don't think Olivia Munn did cool. She looked cool.
I do hope she finds a way to be involved.
She won't now. But I hope we get another Psylocke because I still like Psylocke as a character. So. But
yeah, complicated character, but
give me the actual X-Force movie, baby. That's what I want.
I mean, maybe if they get rid of all the Avengers and they've got nothing to do with X-Men, that's what they their X-Men phase. So I assume Psylocke is your mutant movie, Dylan?
Yeah, sure. I mean, she gets fuck all to do, but she looks good while doing it. You know what I mean? Like the costume is spot on. She just looks badass every scene she's in. She the thing is, she gets not enough lines.
She's the one who gets the team together.
Yeah, not enough lines to fuck anything up. That's the secret, like. But nothing like that's not. It's supposed to be a joke of Olivia Munn. She can actually act. Like, go watch The Newsroom. But yeah, no, I'll go Psylocke.
Ciaran, who's your mutant movie?
Oscar Isaac is no, I can't even do that shit. No, I'm just gonna stick with Angel, man. Like it feels so well done, and I don't know the actor's name, but I really like him. He was in another movie.
Who cares? He's dead.
I watched.
What was it? Ben Hardy, who's most recently
Tom Hardy.
Ben Hardy, unrelated, who probably best known for playing Roger Taylor in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my god, he did. Okay, no, because I watched him. There was some movie on Netflix, like a rom-com.
Love at First Sight, which is fantastic. Everybody should go watch that.
It's a very good movie. Yeah, I really liked it. So, Angel is my X-Men in this movie.
And I've got to say,
he plays Seb in The Voyeurs, which is the guy across the street who takes the photographs. And then Sydney Sweeney gets all like, oh, I'm going to perv on this dude. He's got like a secret life happening. And you think it's actually Rear Window remade, but it's not. It's a good movie. You should watch it.
Wow, so he's been in a lot of good movies.
It's on Prime Video. Fuck you, Netflix. It's a Prime.
He learned not to be in an X-Men Apocalypse. No, that's not true. He was also in Six Underground, so I mean, what are you going to do? I'm going to say Nightcrawler. He's always fun, He plays fantastic comic relief. The idea that he wants to go to the mall as a blue devil-looking dude is hilarious. And everybody being on board with that idea is very funny as well.
Cody Smit-McPhee is probably one of the funniest actors because he'll be in like a really good movie and then he'll just be in shit like this the next year. He's the most up down like young actor. I swear to God, because there's a lot of young actors who are just in shit or just in good movies, but my dude just like swings and misses like nobody. I swear.
We've overlooked a massive, glaring down, disappointing moment in this movie.
Which part?
Hugh Jackman appears as Wolverine.
Oh, that's right. He does.
Because they have to go back to fucking whatever that base is called. Because there's only one government base.
Oh my god, that stupid bit.
Yeah.
That's fucking horribly forced part for no fucking reason.
No wonder he got sick of playing the role when they was having him do shit like this.
Yeah, so remember how we're all happy about, X-Men Origins being rewritten?
It's fucking stupid.
I mean, this last week I said, I don't know how we get from where Wolverine was the end of the last movie with William Stryker, played by Mystique, to this movie where he's got the adamantium claws again. Somehow, Xavier completely forgot about him after Days of Future Past. Never went looking for him. Didn't know where he went.
Now, to be fair, this version of Logan wouldn't remember who Xavier is because he was being controlled by his future self. That part makes sense.
Yeah.
That part makes sense.
Yes.
But,
I can,
Xavier could have looked for him.
Went, fuck you.
Said, I guess he died.
Your future self that helped me. Your present self told me to fuck off.
Was a dick. Yeah. I hold grudges. Yeah, and this version, breaks out of
It's also so weird just seeing him, like that scene at the end when
it is all yes.
Jean's like, go, and they're like, I'm like, are they teasing some weird romantic tension here? Because yikes.
Yeah.
Like weird the fact that between Sophie Turner and Hugh Jackman there could possibly
There's
be
about 40 years difference there or something.
It's like a whole Littlefinger thing, am I right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a part of this movie. Again, it was cool to see. I guess it was cool to see Wolverine with the comic accurate,
the only reason
the
this scene
headpiece
exists,
thing and that kind of stuff.
The only reason it exists, I swear, is so that they can have the after credit scene and explain how Essex get the blood vials that leads to Logan. Like,
I don't even think that was planned for Logan.
I don't think it was planned, but that's like the only reason. They wanted to set something up with Essex.
I think they wanted to introduce X-23.
Yeah. But then it ties into Logan because it's like, well, where'd they get the clone of him from? I mean, we'll get to that maybe. But obviously it's like, well, you can just be like, well, it's from the blood, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah. Terrible. Any other thoughts on X-Men Apocalypse?
No, it killed the X-Men franchise for me.
Yeah, there's a reason. Like, there's a reason I didn't even bother going to watch Dark Phoenix, and that was because of how bad they shit the bed with.
I don't want to get too far ahead, but I'm going to tell you, I'm ahead. I've recently watched Dark Phoenix. You made no mistakes, sir. You made no mistakes.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
We don't know.
Talk about it soon.
Except this podcast. All right, let us know what you thought of X-Men Apocalypse by going to explosionetwork.com/Twitter or jump to Discord at explosion.com/Discord. If you want to help us out here at All New Marvelcast, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser. Leave us 5 stars. Anyone can leave 5 stars, or just tell people about the show. And if you've enjoyed this episode, thought it's worth $1, head on over to our Coach page at explosion.com/support. All right, thank you very much for listening. Make sure you watch Dark Phoenix. And join us next time for another All New Marvelcast.